Alright, hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about how to start walking with a weighted vest. This is actually day 2. Day 1, basically I took the time to watch a bunch of videos because of course, you know how YouTube can be. It'll suggest a video and I'm like, why are you suggesting this video to me? And then I watched it and I thought, oh my gosh, what an incredible idea. Because one of the things that my husband and I started doing once we moved here to Ohio is we wanted to find a tangible way for us to get to know the state. And so what we've been doing, sorry, I was like, should I take a picture right now? So I can put it for my YouTube thumbnail. I'll do it another time. How do we get to know this state? And so kind of haphazardly came up with this idea, well, why don't we do some of the walking trails? Now, my husband and I, over the years, he actually is former military, was in the military for 23 years, and I've been married to him for 22 of those years. But when we go to work out, he has such a different way of working out that we've never really been able to come together and work out. And so even with doing the trails, he kind of wants to meander on the trail, right? Like looking at the leaves. And I'm more of this like, yeah, I like the trail and it's aesthetically pleasing, but I'd like to move a little more on the trail. And so that's what was interesting about watching that weighted vest video, because I thought, oh, what if I just started wearing a weighted vest? And so yesterday I looked online. My local Walmart had a Reebok brand, you can see it on there. And of course I was warned not to go too crazy. I'm very much one that doesn't go like too crazy when it comes to working out. I'm not trying to hurt myself. And so there was like an option for like a 12-pound one. And so I put it on. It feels very nice. It does. Some people have commented it feels like a little bit like a hug. And so I'm like, yeah, this kind of does feel very cozy. And so yesterday, I was like, there's a Dutch word, cobbelwonking, I think it's called. I know I'm not saying it right. Anyway, I just took the time yesterday to go and cattywomple. Maybe it's cattywomple. In my neighborhood. We've kind of just been doing a loop around a lake, but I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to put the timer on because I wanted to do an hour. And I put the timer on for like 30 minutes. And then once I hit the 30 minutes, I'll just kind of turn around and go back the other way. That way I'll have a full hour. Now, the intention for me was to get at least over 10,000 steps. I think I got 11,500, but here's how I got it. Because I thought I was going to be able to figure out how to get home, and I actually lost my way, so I had to put on my GPS to get myself home, which was kind of funny, but at the same time it was just really nice. Because even yesterday when I started, I kind of knew I was going to make this decision. You'll have to look back on my last videos of how I decided to quit teaching and take some time and actually see what I wanted to do next. But I kind of knew even yesterday, like, I'm just not going to take the coffee shop job. I just feel like I'm rushing into something because I'm scared. And it was a coffee shop where it was like a drive-through, almost like if you know, like a Dutch Bros type of coffee shop where you're going to be on the line a lot of times. Like I said, I'm new to Ohio from Arizona, and I really was getting concerned because I was going to be working day shifts, how cold it actually was going to be and whether or not I was going to be able to handle it. And so rather than go through like all the training and then hit that first couple weeks of cold and go, yeah, I'm out, I just thought, yeah, let's just chill for a bit. Not to mention it's a grand opening, so I just didn't want to add to the stress of me changing my mind, you know, because it's already a hard enough situation to start a business like that, right? So, but anyway, so it was really good. When I went home, I felt so calm. Some people have equated this weighted vest to being like a weighted blanket. And I used to have a weighted blanket. There are so many things, you guys, that I can tell you that when we moved, I literally don't know where the heck these things went. Did we just take all these things to Goodwill? We don't have the weighted blanket anymore. I never really used it very much because I felt like I was gonna panic in the middle of the night having a blanket on me like that. Especially because of menopause, you know, the heat and all that kind of stuff. I didn't know if that would be a good option for me. But this is definitely something where I'm like, I really, really like this. I really like how it's kind of grounding me as I walk. And I haven't taken it out on a trail yet. Like I said, this is day 2, but I definitely love how it feels. And like I said, let me see if I can show you like what I'm looking at as I'm walking. I mean, it is some of the most gorgeous scenery ever, right? And so for any of you who've ever lived in Arizona, to go from that to this, it's just so amazing. I mean, you know, kind of looking through there, like, I mean, I just think I needed nature. I just needed that gift because I don't know if I mentioned that our timeline when we moved from Arizona is we basically got here, we unpacked, and then I started work the next day. Like, just started with all the excitement and the exuberance that one wants to give a new job. I gave it. It was supposed to be kind of an alternative, and it is. It's an alternative educational system, so it's not necessarily like the books and the, you know, the lesson plans and things like that. And so it was an attempt to have kind of an experiment of coming at it in a different way. And I was all kinds of excited for it. But as I'll have to share probably in later videos, it unfortunately did not work out the way I thought it was going to work out. So that being said, it's like I felt like I really kind of robbed myself of just having some time in my state. And, you know, if there's anything that I've learned to trust over the years, it's to trust in God. And if I think it's going to be too taxing to have a week off to just do that, man, I really am not giving God credit that He is the one that has provided for us over the years. So it's going to be okay. And that I don't have to rush into something because something has been made or is being made for me as I make the decisions to just sit, rest, and wait on the Lord. All right, well, I hope you're enjoying this series. I'll be back on another day to talk more about my time with the weighted vest. Thanks so much for stopping by.